everything you draw in AutoCAD should be on its own separate layer. So if we look at our drawing here, you'll see we've got a red layer there. If I hover over that, that's a hatch layer. As you can see, the color there is red and the layer name is hatch. If I hover over a window there, you'll see the object is a polyline, the color is yellow, and the layer is windows. The doors are the same. As you can see, the layer is doors, and they've got that blue cyan layer. And if I look at the walls there, again, walls, and it's green, and the layer name is walls. So as you can see there, everything has its own individual layer, and that is fundamental to managing your objects in AutoCAD. It's very important that you give each of your objects a separate layer. That includes things like your viewports in your layouts. If I hover over that viewport there, you'll see that it's got its own layer and its own color. The title block that I've created there has also got its own layer, title block, and its own color. So you not only do that in the Model tab, but you make sure you do it in your Layout tabs as well. Very important that you are organized and methodical using your layers. So how do we work with layers in AutoCAD itself? Well, we make sure we're in the Home tab on the ribbon, and you'll see that we've got a Layers panel, and you need the top left icon, which is that one right there. Layer Properties Manager appears, and as you can see, there's all our layers here. There's our Viewports layer right there. And we've got layers such as doors, furniture, hatching, title block. And you see there's the individual colors, and there's the individual line types, and there's the individual line weights. Now, how do you create a new layer? Well, that's very easy. You go here to this icon and click on New Layer. And that creates a new layer there, as you can see. Default name is Layer 1. We're going to call it Electrical, because we're going to actually start putting some electrical devices into our building. Now, I'm going to select a color there. I'm going to click on the color. Notice it's adopted the color above it there. I click on the color, and that'll actually take me into the AutoCAD color index. If you're running full AutoCAD 2011, you can also utilize True Color and Color Books. AutoCAD LT 2011 does not have those settings. It only has the index color tab. Okay, let's choose a color. I'm going to go for some sort of magenta-y color here, that one there. So that's color 200 in the AutoCAD color index. I could also just type 200 there if I wanted to. I don't need to because I've selected it here. I click on OK, and you'll see there now that my electrical layer is 200 in color with a continuous line type. Let's change the line type there of the layer. And what we'll do, we'll load up a different line type. Again, this will be covered in more detail in further exercises throughout the course. But let's pick something like a dash dot, like that. And I'll OK that now. And I'll select that dash dot to go with my electrical layer. So it's using a dash dot line type. I'll double click to the left of electrical there. When I double click, can you see there it puts the green tick next to electrical? It also sorts them alphabetically for me as I do that, and electrical is now the current drafting layer. So if I now close the Layer Properties Manager, electrical there on the pull down is the current drafting layer. So layers also has a quick pull down in the layers panel, and if I select the word there, let's say hatch, that will then make hatch the current drawing layer. So I need to go back there now to the pull down and select electrical. Now what I'm going to do here is just show you how to draw on the current drafting layer. So I'm going to pan and zoom a little bit, and I'm going to look from there to there. There might be some underground cabling coming in and running under that floor. So I click on the line command. I'm going to pick a point there, click, going to drag it across this way, like so. And you'll notice there, look, can you see the angle of the line and the distance of the line using the dynamic input? Well, what I can do there is I can actually switch on something like polar or ortho. If I switch on polar tracking, like so, I can lock it in horizontally at 0 degrees. We'll cover that later. But when I click there, there's my line representing my cable. It might come down here. I click again and then enter to finish the line command. So there's my new electrical layer showing exactly where that cabling is going to go. Now you can't see the line type, but if I zoom in real close, you can see it now. Yeah, there's the dot dash or dash dot line type that I used. So you can actually distinguish objects using line type as well as color when you're creating your layers in AutoCAD 2011.